Brian's 60.
It's 4:30. Let's go ahead and get the meeting started for the Scott County School Board.
This time we'd like to go ahead and do the presentations for the Scott County Schools Volunteers of the Month. First, the Volunteers of the Month for Fairview Elementary is Miss Angie Lau. From Huntsville Elementary, Nicole Newport. Robbins Elementary, Daryl Bowles. Winfield Elementary, Ron and Linda Phillips, in the Mission of Hope. Question? Your job's pretty easy.
Okay.
Also, at this time now, we would like to announce the Scott High School, Scott County Chamber of Commerce Stand December Student of the Month.
I'm sorry. You're going to get your walking in there.
Mackenzie Ann Lau, the 17-year-old daughter of James and Heather Lau of the Huntsville community, was selected by Scott High School staff as a December Stand Student of the Month. Mackenzie is a member of the Environmental, Upward Bound, Beta, and Science Club. She is an active member of the Capitol Hill Missionary Baptist Church. Mackenzie is a member of the graduating class of 2018. She will have met all the requirements of the Tennessee Scholars Program, along with receiving an honors diploma. Mackenzie has completed several dual credit classes and has earned a GPA of 4.0833. Mackenzie's dream is to attend LMU or Tennessee Tech and pursue her goal of becoming a nurse. And Mr. Chairman, that concludes our presentations for volunteers and students of the month.
Okay, is there anybody in the audience would like to address the board? If not, Ms. Robin, we'll let you go first.
Thank you. Well, tonight is our homecoming. It begins at 5:30, and then we will play Jellicoe at 6. So when I finish up, I'm going to head out so I can make it back to help them with that. Tomorrow, on the 15th, is Polar Express Day at Robbins Elementary. So kids will be able to wear their pajamas, and we've got some treats for them, and we're also celebrating with some activities in the afternoon, celebrating the kids for having good test scores from last year. So, and then tomorrow night, you all are definitely going to want to come to Robbins Elementary School, or Saturday night, because at 6:30 both nights, our drama club will present Best Christmas Pageant Ever. I got a little sneak peek of that this morning, and I'm going to brag on them. I think it's going to be a great play. Miss Elizabeth Carroll has just outdone herself with this drama club, and reminds me a lot of the Scott High Drama Club that we had back in the day with Miss Stanley. So they're just going to do an excellent job. So if you can come either tomorrow night or Saturday night at 6:30 and be with us. I had given you all a December calendar the last month, so nothing has really changed on that. It's just been a busy month, and we're just kind of winding down a few days with the kids. But I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and look forward to seeing everybody back on the 4th of January. So that's all I have, unless you all have something for me. Thank you so much.
Emily, would you want to go next?
Sure. Okay, I'm standing in for Miss Tanya this afternoon, and she's sent me a few things to go over. She said we'd like to thank everyone who came out to support our first Winter Fest at Birchfield. It was a huge success. She also wanted to make sure and thank the fundraising committee and her staff and students and all of the sponsors for their hard work. And I'll just say personally, I thought it was a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do that again next year. She'd also like to thank everyone who came out for our middle school band winter concert this past Tuesday night. They had a very big crowd. She said it was the biggest crowd ever. The band did an excellent job. If you weren't able to attend, it was an excellent concert, outstanding. Mr. Hunt and his wife Brandon, their leadership, of course, is just amazing with our band program. She did put a copy of the band program in your mailbox, she said, so. Our Mission of Hope for Christmas went well last Friday. The kids were excited to see Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. We're very thankful for, of course, that organization. Our students were very well behaved and they were very appreciative of that too. Teachers, they've wrapped up their first semester with their semester test. They'll be analyzing those results and hitting the ground running when we return from Christmas break in January. That's all she sent for me to go over with you, so.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ms. Lisa?
We want to thank everyone for helping out with our Christmas program. It went really well. We had our family reading night. That also went well. We have been freezing in our wonderful outside activities we've been doing every morning and afternoon for bus duties. So we just wanted to make sure everyone remembers to bundle up because it has been very cold. We went to the movies today. Thank you for that opportunity. Everyone had a great time. The whole school turned out and went. Thank you for giving us permission to do that. The theater said that they had never had such a turnout for so many kids coming. But they handled it well, and they said the kids were very well behaved, and they were kids were blessed. They really enjoyed that trip. So thank you for letting us go. Tomorrow's our Polar Express Day also, and we have lots of activities also planned. And we'd also like to say that we are praying all the time for you too.
Thank you.
So hopefully that'll all go well. So Merry Christmas to you all, and that's all I have.
Thank you. Ms. Stanley?
Well, part of mine is a repeat of what some of the others have said. We did have Mission of Hope this week, and our two volunteers were Ron and Linda Phillips, who are with our Mission of Hope, and they do such a great job. I know that church itself has had some struggles this past year, and they are always so gracious when they come. They're so complimentary of our students, and we just appreciate and love having them there with us. Tomorrow night is our Winter Wonderland, our Christmas performance. It starts at 6 o'clock. There's no admission charge. We will have Santa Claus. We'll have cake walks and toy walks and Christmas carols. And we just hope that any of you that can come will do so. We'll be glad to have all of you. The 9 weeks ends the 18th. And because of that, we're going to wait and give out grade cards when we come back. After the Christmas holidays, maybe let the kids enjoy their Christmas holiday a little bit before they get the grade cards. But they will be given out when we come back after Christmas. Monday, the 18th, we have a Christmas carol, which will be presented thanks to a grant that was written by Brian Harris. So that will be occurring Monday morning at 9:30. So again, if you want to see that performance, you're welcome to come up and join us. We did also send our little ones to the movies yesterday, and for us, that was a reward for them for participation in the reading fair projects. When we first decided to offer an incentive for that, of course, it was a push to get all the students to read. And, you know, we didn't really realize how much they wanted to read, so we had a lot of kids that went to the movies yesterday, and a lot of the upper kids, we sent them skating. And they had a great time. They were back in just a few hours, but it was a good incentive for them, I think, to encourage them to continue to read. Some of you were up at our place for the reading projects, and I think you saw that they really put a lot into those projects. They tried very hard, and we were very proud of them for that. Just to go ahead and mention, I talked with Mr. Hall before the meeting. We will be having the county basketball tournament the week of January the 8th through the 13th. If some of you want to write that down on your calendars, we'll be meeting next week with Mr. Hall and the coaches to iron out some of the details, but and we'll send those to you in an email. I'm not sure if, will we have a work session, Mr. Hall, before the county tournament?
Thanks, January the 2nd.
So we'll have it before we come back to school, actually, right?
Yes.
Okay, So we'll have that chance. I can give you all some more of the details at that point then. But anyway, it will be the 8th through the 13th. Then the district tournament is out of county this year. It was at Birchville last year, so it goes out of county this year. And I believe it's at Jellicoe, and that district tournament will be the following week after our district tournament. That's all I have, unless you have questions.
Thank you. Mr. Cash?
I really don't have a whole lot other than we're doing a winter program tonight. It's start here in a few minutes. I kind of modeled it off of Robbins. I've visited theirs the last few years, and they do a really nice event. So I thought I'd start something, and it's kind of got really big on me. So looking forward to it. We're having a vendors fair. We have, I don't know, 14 or 15 of them that's coming. We have a play, and what started it was the play. I was hoping to sell 100 advance tickets on this afternoon. Was at $350. Silent auction. We're having a silent auction as well. We've got at least 225 items on that. It's going to be a great event. Love for all of you guys to come out. The play starts at 6:45. The kids have done an amazing job. So that's what we've been working on. The school looks really, really great. Annette Lawson, our secretary, has done a fabulous job with that. Our Mission of Hope is Monday morning. We'll be doing that Monday morning. I think around 10 o'clock. Our Mission of Hope will be here, and then my mind's White Christmas. Our White Christmas program will be Monday afternoon at 1:30. So our Monday's pretty packed too. If that's where our kids get up and sing, and we do donations to the local food bank. That's a really popular event too. We have a lot of parents come out for that too. So Mission of Hope will be there Tuesday morning, and then our White Christmas program at 1:30 Monday afternoon. That's all I have. Unless you have anything.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Rector?
Thank you. I hope that all of you all were able to tune in today to the Blue Plate Special at noon to hear the Scott High Bluegrass Band be featured again. They did a wonderful job. They had the middle segment on there today, and we were just so proud of them today. So if you were by school and we had music blasting through the hallways, that's what it was. But I do want to read those students' names and thank them individually for their time and effort that they put into being as part of that band. As you can imagine, those things don't just simply happen during class time. There's a lot of after school and evening work that goes into to doing something like that, and in order to produce such quality, which is what we've seen from those kids, and we just appreciate that extra dedication and pride that they have. And those band members are Whitney Smith, Philip Lloyd, Caitlin Hamby, J.C. Goodman, Dawson Lau, Trevor Blevins, Jacob Hewitt, and then Andy Blevins, who is the student that joins them from Birchfield. So we're excited to keep Andy for a couple more years and get him a little more developed in the group. And then, of course, an extra special thank you to Mr. Gary Sexton, who heads up that group and takes the time and effort to do some extra things with them. So I hope that you were able to tune into that today, but that was kind of a special event for us. We did finish EOC exams today. Which you can kind of see me smile and breathe a sigh of relief. That's after 14 straight days of testing. So it kind of takes a little bit of the holiday spirit away from us this time of year, having to do that. But we did finish up today. We have one lone student who needs to do some makeup testing today. He probably got 3 or 4 phone calls. So hopefully we can get him in there tomorrow and get that made up. If he shows up tomorrow, that will be 100% students tested. We tested 806 different test sessions. So that's how massive that type of testing schedule is. And so we appreciate Greg and the technology guys for hanging in there with us, because remember, that is online testing, and every now and then you'll hit a small glitch or two. But really, guys, other than a small glitch every now and then, it went super smooth. And so we were definitely ready on our end. Most of the time, if there was a little glitch, it was usually on the state end and didn't take but more than a few minutes to get it fixed. So we really appreciate that, but that's been quite a task over the last couple of weeks.
We will have final exams for non-EOC courses. We're not gonna torture the kids who just took exams and make them take more. But for those non-EOC courses, we'll have final exams on Friday and Monday. We will not, however, send out grade cards until after the Christmas break because those EOC grades are 15% of their total course grades, and so those will still be pending. The state put out an email and said they are expecting us to get those on January the 5th. So those grade cards should be sent out at the end of that first week back from school. And then other than that, we have a basketball teams will be participating in that Christmas tournament in Anderson County that they normally participate in right before Christmas. And so we'll have those dates out for everybody. But I don't know about you, but that is plenty for me. So unless you all have any questions, we'll let you have it. Thank you so much.
Well, I didn't get to hear the bluegrass band today, and it was awesome.
They did wonderful.
Yes, very professional.
They were.
I was impressed.
I think Miss Lisa has,
I'm sorry.
Miss Lisa has something.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I forgot to thank you earlier, and I do not want to forget it. Miss Melissa, thank you so much. They let us borrow students for Mission to Hope for Scott High, and those kids were awesome. I really appreciate her for letting them come out because the EOCs and everything else was going on, and they arranged the schedule and let them come out to help, and they were great. They were so good with those kids, so I really do appreciate that.
Oh, they had so much fun.
Okay, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. Quick reminder, December 19th, be the last day of Christmas break. We'll be dismissing at 10 o'clock on that day. Buses will leave Scott High School at that time. Hope everyone has a safe, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. As you can see, we have a lot going on in our school system that's going on and will be going on for the next few days. Every school has something unique, something wonderful, and something that is touching to everyone, their students, plus parents, and everyone along. At this time of the year, that's a special thing. Ms. Rector mentioned 14 days of EOC test just finished up at Scott High School. And you want to commend the people, especially our technology group. They said just small glitches. It's testament to what you guys do, testament to our new lab that's out there, testament to our teachers, and testament to everyone that's involved. Testing coordinators and everyone that takes a part with this. It's a big testament when you test that many kids. But those few little things, I think that probably the majority of them was there when the minute I walked out there. I think you had a couple of kids that got kicked off or something. That's probably the
That was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
biggest
Every
thing
so often
you had,
it would
yeah.
glitch
So-
out and kick them off, and it's just a matter of logging back in. And
Move the
Get them back
machine,
on,
so I
exactly.
mean, within 2 minutes, they're right back in.
So we're hoping as the spring rolls around that we'll have the same type of success as we continue forward with this, that we will continue to only get better with that. For those of you that don't know, Saturday, December 16th, one of our former students here will be playing in the NAIA National Championship football game, Daytona Beach, Florida. So if you know how to get on ESPN.com, turn into ESPN3. The game will be televised nationally
So anybody need a picture?
on that
Anybody need a
time.
picture?
So
Just in case.
Who's this is going
that's
to
Melissa Rector's
Any-
brother.
Anybody's not brother, I have a picture,
Okay, I'm
anything y'all need to
checking it out.
know, right here.
I thought the board was getting ready to go.
Well,
Yes.
more than welcome. We'll put you in. But anyway, if you get a chance, like I said, Saturday, December 16th at 6 p.m. on ESPN3. Let's all remember why we celebrate Christmas. I'll remember the reason. I'll remember why we celebrate. Christ is the reason, guys, and that's what Christmas is for. Everyone, please do that. And as for my family, thank you for your prayers and to covet your prayers. Continue to pray. And that's all I have. Which y'all have questions for me?
Thank you. Item 7, adoption of the agenda. In accordance with Board Policy Number 1.403, the Scott County Board of Education should adopt an agenda of all items to be acted on during the regular monthly meeting of December the 8th, 2016. May I have a motion to approve the December 14th, 2017 agenda with the following item added? Item 9G, approve litigation settlement.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Sharp? Ms. Smith? Mr. Silcox? Mr. Thompson? Mr. Stanley? Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Item 8, consent agenda items. In accordance with the Scott County Board of Education policy number 4.403, the Board of Education may include routine and non-controversial items on a consent agenda, which may be adopted by a single vote without discussion. Any item on the consent agenda may be removed and placed on the regular agenda for further consideration at the request of any board member. May I have a motion to approve the items listed on the consent agenda as follows? A, approval of the previous minutes of November 2017. B, approval of the bills and financial report for October 2017.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Smith? Ms. Sharp? Ms. Kidd? Ms. Abbott?
Aye. Item 9A, board policies. Approval is needed by the board to amend board policies as recommended by TSBA. May I have a motion to approve the following amended board policies as recommended by TSBA? First reading, policy number 4.211, work-based learning program. 4.605, graduation requirements. Second reading, policy 6.4081, safe relocation of students.
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
I wanted to advise the board that I had held up the second reading for policy 6.4081 on the relocation of students. I'm okay with the board proceeding. I guess I had an issue with the definition of reasonable force used on a student. And I would hope that TSBA and I hope the state would better define what reasonable force is. Right now, we don't have that. So I have sort of asked that hopefully they would, I guess, provide some better guidance for our teachers as to what reasonable force is. But right now, I'm okay with the board going ahead and approving the policy as it is now.
Any more discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp? Ms. Kidd? Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson? Mr. Silcox?
Item 9B, calendar committee. In accordance with board policy number 1.800, the Scott County Board of Education shall, no later than the end of the school year, upon the recommendation of the Director of Schools, adopt an official school calendar for the succeeding school year. One teacher from each school will be appointed to serve as the calendar committee. May I have a motion to approve the following school calendar committee for the 2018-2019 school year? Chairman, Linda Keaton. Birchfield Elementary, Lisa Danner. Fairview Elementary, Claudia Baird. Huntsville Elementary, Sherry Trammell. Huntsville Middle, Debbie Cross. Robbins Elementary, Dana Story. Scott High School, Eric Henry and Kim Hammock. Winfield Elementary, Susan Baden. Principal, Sharon Stanley. Consultant Teacher, Amy Jeffers. Board Member, Diane Smith. Data Specialist, Leetta Boyd.
I'll make that motion.
I have a question there. How come we have two representatives from Scott High School?
Always have.
I know it, but it says one teacher from each school. I just wondered why we do that.
Equal representation as far as number of elementary schools plus one high school.
At one time, we did it on population.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wondered, I mean, I have no problem with it. I just wondered why that is. If somebody asked me, I want to be able to tell them why.
Okay, any more
So it goes
discussion?
on population
Yes.
then?
At one time it did. I don't.
We've not changed it for no reason, so, what it was.
Okay.
It used to be 400, I think.
Okay, I can see that with this population.
Okay, any more discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Item 9C, approve amendment. In pursuant to Board Policy 2.201, the Scott County Board of Education needs to approve budget amendments required to balance the budget for the fiscal year 2017-2018. This action will allow funds to be applied to areas of the budget that lack sufficient funds to complete the school year. May I have a motion to approve the following amendment? 2017-2018 General Purpose Budget Amendment Number 3.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley? Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Item 9D, agreement with Appalachian Service Project. The Appalachian Service Project would like to lease the Winfield School to use as housing, dining, and showering, accommodations for adult supervised church youth groups. May I have a motion to approve the lease agreement between the Winfield Elementary School and the Appalachian Service Project Incorporated?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye. Item 9E, renew service contract. The Food Service Director recommends that the Scott County Board of Education renew a service agreement with Hobart Equipment Company to maintain the dishwashers in all the schools except Scott High School. Their dishwasher is under warranty. May I have a motion to renew the service agreement with Hobart Equipment Company in the amount of $7,222.12 to maintain the dishwashers in the Scott County schools?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye. Item 9F, approved trip to Day on the Hill. Each year, the members of the Scott County Board of Education attend the Day on the Hill event in Nashville. The annual event provides a unique opportunity for the education community, bringing school board members, superintendents, and state legislators together. May I have a motion to approve the Scott County School Board members to attend the Day on the Hill event on February the 12th and 13th of 2018 in Nashville, Tennessee?
Make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Item 9G, approved litigation settlement. There is a pending lawsuit against the Scott County Board of Education by Rhonda Whitehead, a former teacher at Burstville Elementary School. The discovery in the lawsuit is complete, and the attorneys for the board are recommending a limited settlement of the lawsuit, which would require the payment of $5,000 to the board's insurance carrier. May I have a motion to approve the payment of $5,000 to the Tennessee Risk Management Trust toward the settlement of the lawsuit by Rhonda Whitehead, and to approve or ratify the execution of any document required for the settlement?
I make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Waiting on the roll call.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. Silcox? Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
I would say that that is the last, I don't want to jinx anything, but that is the last litigation against this board.
And that
The
was
last
a
case.
7-year case.
Yeah,
correct?
it was actually initiated in 2010. Yeah.
Thank you. Before we do item 9H, Mr. Silcox, you have anything?
I just wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if I don't see anyone. Hope everyone stays warm, has a good Christmas.
The same thing, and I want to wish Billy Hall good luck Saturday, and we hope he brings home a big W.
Yes, ma'am.
We all
And
will.
good luck to your family, Bill.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Linda?
I'd just like to commend Miss Lisa Hamilton and her staff for a wonderful program, Christmas program. It was very enjoyable. And, but afterwards, I was coming out between the gym and Huntsville Middle School, and it was in the dark, very dark. And I reported that to Mr. Blakely, and he came back tonight and told me that it was all, there was lighting there. So thanks to you and the maintenance men for a job well done.
Thank you.
And I'd like to also say that I'd like to, on behalf of all of us, I'd like to say that we extend our condolences to the family of Phyllis Marlowe. She was a teacher and educator in Scott County for many years and retired at Fairview due to her illness. And she was a very good teacher, especially a first grade teacher. And I'll say this, she was a compliment to our profession. So we lost a good one. Her services are tomorrow, from 12 to 2. John, did you have anything?
I just wanted to wish all the board and Mr. Hall and the staff and the principals and the teachers a Merry Christmas. And I do appreciate personally everything that you do, and I enjoy working with this board. And I want to thank you for that.
I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. I hope your family stay well and healthy, because health is more important than anything. And thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I don't know what I could say to you. But what did you say Billy was going to be on?
ESPN 3.
ESPN3. That means I'll have to go to somebody's house to watch television. I ain't had television since 2012.
Find it on there. Hit watch, where it says watch.
You might know a real nice tech guy that could help you.
I might need to bring my family to show up down there, you know where, and just have it every direction.
I mean, there used to be a workshop.
Surely we can relay that in Saturday service or something.
And what I'd like to say, I appreciate all of you, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. And with that, does anybody want to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Okay, wait on the roll call.
Mr. Silcox?
Aye.
Ms. Sharp?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Ms. Kidd?
Aye.
Ms. Abbott?
Aye.
Mr. Stanley?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.